Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. I'm here today for a couple of reasons. Number one, to sort of make the design team announcement about the Junk Journal Studios new digital kit that is all about botanicals. It's beautiful. It's a botanical cluster junk journal kit with add-ons. It has, I think, like 43 pages because the Junk Journal Studio make these enormous, super useful kits that I feel like they're great kits of like basics, in that like you need all of these different elements to create beautiful work that you can customize in different ways for cool projects, one of which I'm going to show you today. It's also going to be a journal flip through, but the exciting part I'll share with you in the beginning here is about the freebies, because the Junk Journal Studio is always very giving of freebies. So these are the freebies that are available. I'm going to link to the kit that I like, all of the kits on Etsy that I used, the botanical junk journal kit, cluster kit. I will link that in the description box, as well as a specific link for the freebies. So they are beautiful. So the way that she's doing this kit is there's a main kit that has like all of your botanical things, backgrounds, there's labels, there's like little tea cards, there's fussy cuts and pages that are cut into these amazing threes, which you will see how I use them. There's also a video on the Junk Journal Studios YouTube, which I'll link to, where she's going through the whole kit page by page and showing it to you, but that preview is also available on the listing in the Etsy shop. So these are the freebies. And so this is the yellow add-on. The way that she does her kits usually is she releases a main kit, which would be like this green. So these are pages that are like graph with some fading in shades of green. And then this is an amazing like collage type page. Also could be, backgrounds or a page in your journal, and you could put a pocket on it. Then the same in yellow. So these are the freebies. So she starts with the greens and the basic kind of main kit, and she's just completed the yellow add-on for it. I think, I could be wrong. She might be doing other colors that will be coming as well. So that being said, let's get into the journal that I've just completed. Now this is going to be slightly hard to show you because it's one of those tall, skinny journals. This is the first one that I've made. This is a vintage 5-year diary, this green book. And I embellished it, and I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do with this book initially. It's really long and very cool, and I have the original pages from it, which are very exciting. I will show you. So let's take a look. It's literally 12 inches, 12 by... I'll go in not centimeters for everyone. Just a little over 3.5. So this started out as just a green textured book. It's leather, and then it has this beautiful gold closure that is still operational. It did have like a green closure on it, but it was a little bit worn. So I've stitched and taken my hand eco-printed fabric that matches this. So this was a vintage doily that I eco-printed, and it has really lovely color and texture. Then I gave my sewing machine quite a workout with this journal, so I've stitched it onto the book. Then this, you see here, this mushroom, this is part of the kit, as is this little botany label. And I honestly could not get more joy out of something than this little botany label. I'm a huge lover of botany to begin with. I love the way that it's written. I love everything about it. And I think when you look at this journal, it's like the thing that just is the most charming. I feel like that botany label just makes me happy. I've stitched on a silk flower up here. It is stitched directly on the book. And then on the 4 corners here, there are these green brads that I gilded, and on the back you'll see the fabric wraps around. These are all pieces. Oh, and there's some leaves there. These are all pieces from the kit, from the botanical kit. So they are stitched directly on there, and they have such a nice feel because they're stitched. It's hard to explain, but I just love this book. So I did a lot of interesting things. So the way to open this and close it, it has these 2 little hooks that just go right in here. And then you just push it up and it comes out. And there's something wonderful about this book. It's very chunky, but like not in a way that's like uncontrollable, like a gator mouth, right? Or like a big crazy gator mouth. Like I felt like I had, I put in a new spine, because this was one of those little thin, tiny little spines on this journal, even though it was a 5-year journal. I love these tall and skinny books, but I have a certain need that's very personal to me about the way I make books, was that I need like a permanent feel to them. And a lot of times when I see these tall, skinny journals, they're often just made from like cardstock paper. And for me, I don't know, there's something that feels temporary about a journal like that. So I wanted to wait to make a tall, skinny journal until I had a good vintage cover. Like I know I could cut one myself out of book board, and I may do that in the future, but this one really just charmed me. So it was the right project at the right time. And I got to do something really fun with the end papers here. So I kept the original papers from this book, and the way that they were set up is like this was all attached, so I couldn't take it apart, but I wanted to use it as the end paper, so I did exactly that. It's been glued down as an end paper, and then I just maintained all of the attached pages, so it's kind of like an extra signature, and the back is the same way. So this says the property of 5-year diary, patent pending down here. I'm sorry if this is a little hard to show you. It's like if I could do that, I would, but I can't. So I'll try to show you all the details. So this whole clustered pocket, this is all from the kit. And then so is this. This is from one of the pages. So the pages of this kit, and I should have kept one. Here's one that I didn't use. So the way this kit is designed is this is one of 3 panels. All of the journal pages are paneled in 3s like that. So it's great. You could use them as, journal pages, but you can also cut them up as ephemera, like journal cards and tags. I did a lot of tags because I wanted the height, but you'll see I've done a lot of different shapes in this book. And then I've added some fun green washi tape throughout, just as fun details and to just reinforce, seams and things. These you'll see throughout the book too. It's from the rub-ons, and it's from a recently thrifted collection of really nice rub-ons that I got. So this is a nice thick page that is like that one. The first 2 pages are a little thicker. So you'll see here all the dates and loads of writing space, right? Then down here is one of the labels from the kit. There's like pages of cool labels like that have little botanicals on them. Again, with more fun washi tape. And then a little tuck spot. All that's from the kit. These are rub-ons up here. Bring it down so you can see what I'm pointing at. Then this is the background again from one of the pages. So I printed twice several of the pages of this kit, and this will be the first folio I show you made from the pages. So I did not come close to using even half of the available pages of this kit, just so you know. This is not even half. I printed like a page or 2 of each kind of thing, like a fussy cut, blah blah blah, but I did all the pages because they're amazing. I also use the yellow add-on, so I've used that as well. You'll see in the links below. So this was a flower I had in my stash, and I just took some painty paper and made this journal card for in here. Then over here is one of the pages, and the way they all operate, so see that's like part 1 and part 2, but they go together, so they could be used in a book. And then on back I used all of the neutral pages from the kits. So this one is actually the freebie, that yellow graph paper. So this page has addresses. That was in the first folio of the big book. This is my own coffee dyed graph paper. A rub-on down here of this beautiful purple flower. And you're going to see me going up and down so I can show you everything. So this is from the kit. This is a whole set of beautiful mushrooms. And it's again has the background and this little herbarium label here, all from the kit. This is from a background page, but in this case I cut this out into a journal card. So after I got the journal assembled, I went back and printed on a nice heavy cardstock some of the journal pages again so that I could then cut them into ephemera. This is hand-dyed ledger, and I kept the little tip out because I didn't want to lose these numbers on the ledger. I really like them. These are all these green pages, the original book pages from this 5-year diary. Another little label down here from the kit on this craft paper, and then mushrooms. Lots of mushrooms in this kit as well. This is a clustered pocket made from elements of the kit. And then this is a tag here with mushrooms also from one of the background pages. More dyed paper and original papers. Another folio from the kit folds out with that graph paper on the back. And see, you can really see what I'm saying here about how they're in panels, but also she brings them together with the collaging of like that vintage envelope on there. And then this little tag I made a pocket out of for this little thin journal card. It was fun making little skinny pieces of ephemera. That's something I always struggle with. I often go wide, and this time I couldn't. So it was actually really beneficial for a tall, skinny journal to have that kind of kit to sort of guide me to work in thirds. And then we have this is a little stamp down here from the kit. There's also some seals. So this one is a leaf, like a wax seal from the kit, and another clustered pocket and tag on a background. All these pages from the kit. This one I made a fun journal card with a punched edge just to create some different shapes. This label here is from the kit, and that's a background. Some of my dyed paper, and then I specifically use some of my coffee dyed graph paper because it really mirrors the kit nicely. And then another rub-on up here of a large purple flower. A cluster pocket with a fussy cut here from the kit. And then I also did this. So this is part of the yellow add-on. It has these beautiful dandelions. This was my favorite page, I think. And I made this rounded booklet to go in here. So, a little bit more writing space on that piece of ephemera. Another page from one of the full journal pages. This is a label down here on my hand-dyed paper. It is ledger. Green ledger. So obviously a green botanical theme here. This is a little snippet of text from the kit, and I just glued it on, wrapped it around the page. And then we have this, this is another seal from the kit. It's gold with this bee, and I added some threads under it just for a little texture. There's not much sewing in this book, which is, unique for me. And then a little fussy cut from the kit on that fold out of the hand-dyed ledger. This is the other size of the little gold seal of the bee. And then this is a Burpee's Autumn Catalog, 1894. It's a little label from the kit or cluster element. You could use these for labels, pockets. Like as you see, I use them in a million different ways here. And then we have this journal card that I made from one of the background pages, has those lovely mushrooms. And I've been using this technique in this book a little bit where I fold the top down and glue it down as kind of like a little decorative thicker part. So when you're pulling in and out, you've got that little handle kind of, but it just also looks pretty on the back. And then another little card there from the kit. And that beautiful bird, and there's a squirrel there. That's also one of the pages from the kit. More of my hand-dyed paper. This is a text spot, background, and journal card, all from the kit. I love this one because it says used in botany, and there's just a lot of beautiful, it's very botanical. I really like a lot of leaves and things. It's just so good. It's very up my alley. And then this bit, it folds out. It says Little Botanist, or Steps to the Attainment of Botanical Knowledge by Caroline A. Halstead. And then nice collaging. This is another one of the these are all main pages from the kit. little tuck spot down there made from like a label from the kit. And then I did some collaging on one of the backgrounds. This was a flower in my stash. I cannot recall where some of these kind of fussy cuts come from, because they go into like my flower fussy cuts if I've had extras for when I've been creating. So some of these could be the Junk Journal Studio does have a floral fussy cut, 2 kits actually. If you're looking for floral fussy cuts, they're beautiful. And then this is a label from the kit. So she's got lots of nice labels. Like I mentioned on the front of the book, the Botanist one I just love. Oh yeah, that one goes this way. These can flip back and forth however you want. The folios actually, that is glued down, and that is another label from the kit. A little rub-on down there of a pink flower, and a little leaf from the fussy cuts from the kit. And up here on hand-dyed ledger, another glued down label from the kit. Just beautiful botanicals. And then here I've taken a strip off of one of the sides of this page actually to just kind of tie it together, because I was working thinner so I could trim a little off the side. This is a card and a little botanical label. I made a clustered tuck spot for this journal card. This book also just feels very nice in the hands. I think I'd love to write in it. Be nice for writing lists or whatever. It's just very fun. This is hand-dyed paper, and then one of the seals again. This one has a leaf. It's a nice big seal. Then this little mushroom tuck spot is from the kit. And then this is one of my watercolor plants from, I do Fodder Friday, which is on my Patreon. And I just do a little tutorial video every 2 weeks about how to make different little fodder type things for your journal stash. And that was one of those. It's a flower that's been watercolored. And then a little label down here from the kit, just on the flip out, because I like to have those little sort of visual guides of how something kind of works. Big rub-on of a pink flower here. And then this is one of the folios from the kit again. And then over here, I put them on the outside of each of the signatures, because I just thought they really were a nice invite into the next signature. So in this one, we've got these dragonflies and some on a tea card, and some beautiful wallpaper back here. This is another of the pages. And then these little bits are my hand-dyed paper, this blue, for a bit of a pop of color. And this is actually behind, but you know, they kind of talk to one another, and they go along with this, which is the background and a label from the kit. And I've added some more of my hand-dyed paper and some more stash flowers collaged on that journal card. And that just tucks up here. And so, you know, all that blue kind of gives a nice pop of color. And this folds out. And then we have another cluster pocket here, all elements from the kit on the background. And then this background is also from the kit, and that's just a flower from my stash to make that tag. And that tucks in there. This bird is from the kit, and this is on my hand-dyed paper. And this is another of the rub-ons. This is that beautiful dandelion folio. I backed it again with the background of the kit. And this is a piece from Tim Holtz. I just used it as a tuck spot there because it was botanical, and then made this. This is a background from the kit. This was in my stash. I'm not exactly sure from where it came. It's one of those stash anonymous pieces. Then we have this collector's name label from the kit. And then up here we have a botanical seal. Also elements from the kit here. And then I made a little in the middle kind of tuck spot. This is Royal Horticultural Society. Both of these are from the kit. This is like a little miniature check. And I just thought that was a different kind of fun little element. Another thing I was trying to do as I made this book, because it's tall and skinny, I wanted to create a bit of unity between the weight of the bottom and the top. So I didn't want to do pockets all along the bottom, right? Because then you'd have a really fat bottom girl kind of journal. You want to have, you know, the balance, right? So upper tuck spots, things in the middle, so that as it bulked up, it grew evenly. So then we have this little Pennsylvanian flora label from the kit, and that's on hand-dyed ledger. This ledger was done in my sunburst technique, so it's got that fun marking. And then this is the dandelions again, that other page from that folio. Another little rub on, and this is habitat type marshland. That's a label from the kit. And then we get back into more of the botanical kit elements. So here I did a clustered belly band with a label and this, which you could use as a, you know, anything you like. It's a nice medium-sized piece. Then this is, this could have been a belly band, certainly, but it is a journal tag from one of the background pages from the kit. And it just goes in this belly band. I love the unity of all these backgrounds and these shades of green and gold and yellow. It's just beautiful. And then I used another one of those lovely botany labels up here with a rub-on, but that's actually behind this page. And then we have this little label here that I used on the background folio. And then this one is Termini Botanical. And this is another background page from the kit that I turned into a tag. And then more of the coffee dyed paper, washi tape, and then this little botanical was in my stash. And then another little label here from the kit, the habitat type, and this one goes on just the bottom of that little tip out. And a little cluster pocket down here with this journal card from the kit as well. It is from the folio pages. Again, they make amazing everything kind of pieces. Then a collector's name label, more of the hand-dyed paper, and another, this is a little black and white botanical label from the kit. Another of the seals. Official weather observer's record, that's from the kit. And then I just took some fabric and added it to the bottom. So this is from one of the folios. So in this case I did, you know, on the fold between those 2/3, I folded it and I, you know, cut it off, and then I rounded all the corners and inked, and then added some fabric that's been pinked with one of the labels from the kit. So it's like a little tug to pull it down out of the tuck spot. I also really like this detail, the colorations and the colors here that are used in the piece. I think that these, particularly the collages and the layers and layers, it's really, really nice in this kit. And then here we have this little Merchant Tailor label that I used as a kit, or as a tuck spot. This is again all elements from the kit, everything you see there. Then this is a tag from the background that I made with little circular, you know, I like to create some different shapes in my tags. And then this flips over, and a pop of color and some gold. So this is from the kit, this little mushroom label. I love it. And that background, this background also from the kit. And then I had this very bright botanical. I toned it down a little with some inking and added a gold label, and I just trimmed this into a journal card. This is a tuck spot also from the kit, these little flowers on this background. And this is from the background, the papers, and it's got all these lovely botanicals with their names and a little information about them. So I made a journal card with that. And then another of the backgrounds. And this little bit is also from the kit, and it's on my hand-dyed graph paper. Another rub-on. Another of the seals. And one of those little labels with the little botanical illustrations. This is butterflies, also from the kit, and this is on coffee dyed log paper. This is also from the kit. It's a little monogrammed L with leaves, L for leaves. Then this is also a couple elements from the kit, and I've layered them. It's like a T card on top of an alphabetical label. And this is another one of my Fodder Friday kind of little watercolor leaf bits. I need to make some of those, more of those. And another label from the kit with the little botanical illustrations. This is a collage label that I made that has botanicals on it, just from my stash. And another T card type label from the kit with these lovely yellow flowers and a little moth. And then we have another lovely T card up here. We've got some bees and flowers. All these elements except for this pink flower are from the kit, and that was just in my stash. Great backgrounds. It's on this blue and coffee dyed lined paper. I like how the pops of pink kind of show up on the green. This is another little label from the kit with some lovely little flowers. Grass of Parosis. This is a clustered tuck spot. Uses 3 elements here. So this card that has vintage writing on it, and then this plant, and then this little label, and it's on a background from the kit. And on this side of the flip, this is the background from the kit. And these are just stash elements that I had. Some painty book page and some honeysuckles there. And that just tucks up like that. And then back here, we've got this 1886 calendar that's from the kit on one of the backgrounds. And this is a background, and then I added one of the snippet strips from Tim Holtz. And then this is just a sticker that I had in my stash, just to kind of make a bit of a layered collage, and it goes right in this belly band. And then some fun tree washi and a little rub on. Another label from the kit. This little label's from the kit. This was a little bit in my stash. It might be either Tim Holtz or Your Creative Studio. I'm not sure, but I grabbed it for the botanicals. It's on a background from the kit. And then this again is the background. And I flipped it over and added just a flower from my stash. And this is the end of that snippet roll from Tim Holtz. And that's a little journal card there. And then the other side of that folio, another little T card style label from the kit, and here too, a little tuck spot and another tag from the kit where I flipped it over, and then I added just some stash yellow flowers on it there. This is Tim Holtz, this little piece here, and the labels you see are both from the kit. So is this black and white one up here with butterflies. And then this is the background from the kit with a label, some of my painty paper, and this was just in my stash, and it's the final journal card. So again, you'll see at the back of the book, this one, that end paper is attached to this little signature. So all in all, this has 8 signatures, 6 like real signatures, and then the other 2 are the smaller ones that are attached to the end papers. So that is the book. And I haven't given her a name. I haven't given it a name yet, so I will do that. If you're seeing this video, that means that this book is available in my Etsy shop, which I've linked down below as well. And so thanks for joining me. Definitely check out this kit from the Junk Journal Studio. It is beautiful, and also, again, one of those kits that you can use again and again and again in different things, because I think for a lot of us, nature falls into so many themes that we may work on. Like if you're doing a book about, even like if you were doing like a book to document your children growing up, I think, we live in this world and we probably do a lot of our life in nature, right? So it's nice to have elements like that. Or, if you were doing a book about that, you were trying to tell a story about someone, like a lady, like scientist or something. And, probably there's elements that you could use there, but it's amazing for junk journals in general, like nature journals, field notes. I think it pairs well with other things that we commonly see used in this theme, like Edith Holden. Yeah, pick it up. It's beautiful. And that's it for me for now. I will talk to you all again very soon. Bye for now.